All right, last math assignment of the week. So do a little happy dance, excitement, until next week. And I have to say, this week's math is probably tougher than next week's. So give yourself a little pat on the back, celebration, whatever, for making it through the hardest part of the math in the next 2 weeks. And hopefully next week should be a breeze for you. All right, so now we're going to talk about customary units of measuring volume. So volume is usually how we measure liquids. So think about gallons of milk, quarts, pints, cups, all how to measure liquids. Very useful when you are cooking, which I do not do, but I'm sure if I asked Mr. Patina, he would agree that knowing the quarts, gallons, and pints is very important. Fun little graphic here that really helps me visualize the difference between all of these and really shows you how much of each fits inside each one. So in our center here, we have the gallon. He is the biggest. He is the body of this whole unit. And as you can see, let's count how many quarts fit into a gallon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are his arms. They're the next biggest unit. Also branching off from the arms, we have these pints, which is our next smallest units, and I'm going to do them in another color. I'm going to do pink. And let's see how many pints in a gallon. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And last but not least, we have cups. And cups are our smallest unit so far. They're really, really tiny. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cups in a gallon. All right, so we know gallon is our biggest, cups are our smallest. Let us go down and see if this agrees. Perfect. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Those are the blue or the green. 8 pints. Those are the red. And then 16 cups, which are those, I guess you could say toes, feet, arms, whatever. All right. So same as what we've been doing with our other units. When we go from gallon down to cups, for example, from big to small, we multiply or divide. Big to small. Pause the video. I want you to think about this. Do I multiply or divide? If you said multiply, you would be correct. Happy face. If I'm going from small to big, I would do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we're not adding, we're not subtracting. If you haven't gotten that yet, hopefully you get it by now. We're only multiplying and dividing. Anyway, let us go down here and look at converting to a smaller unit. For example, I'm going from quarts to cups. So what's my unit that's bigger here? Quarts or cups? Well, quarts is the green. It's bigger than cups. So I'm going to be going from bigger to smaller, which means I will be multiplying. And if I look in 1 quart, how many cups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to be doing 12 times 4 to get 48 cups in 12 quarts. So if I had 12 of these little green things with 4 in each, that would make 48 cups. Next, if I'm going from big to small, I'm going from, small to big, from pints to gallons. So I have pints all the way up to gallons up here. So here are my pints. They're small, and I'm changing them to a big gallon. Remember, small to big, we divide. Well, what do we divide by? Well, we know we have 104 pints. We know that there are 8 pints in a gallon, so we're going to do 104 divided by 8 to get 13 gallons. So those are just some quick examples. We're going to do some together now. We're going to do cups to quarts. So we're going, remember, cups are our smallest unit, so I'm going from small to big. If I do small to big, I divide. So first thing I have to figure out is how many cups are in a quart. So what am I dividing 20 by? So if I go up here and I look at my cups here, well, there's four cups in a quart. So I'm going to be actually multiplying or dividing 20 divided by 4. So I have 20 cups divided by 4 cups in a quart. I would actually have 5 whole quarts. So that would be my answer for number 1 here. Hope that makes sense so far. Let's try another one. 16 pints. So let's decide what's bigger, pints or gallons. So pints are small and I'm changing it into gallons. Oh boy. So I'm going from small to big here. So small to big, I divide. All right, so I'm doing 16. Well, what am I going to divide by? How many pints are in a gallon? That's what I'm dividing by. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to divide 16 divided by 8. If I do that, I get 2. So 16 pints equals 2 gallons. All right, let's do one where it's big to small. What's the opposite of division? We are going to be multiplying. So we're going to do 144 divided by however many cups are in a gallon. Or actually, sorry, not divided by. You guys, I messed this up. We're still doing small to big. Excuse me. Cups are smaller than gallons. I am so sorry. So we've got 144, and I'm going from cups, which are small, to a bigger unit, which is gallons. So sorry for that blooper, everyone. All right, so if I go up here, how many cups are in a gallon? Well, if I don't want to count all the little blue tiny things, I can look right here, and it says 16. So I'm going to do 144 divided by 16, and that will give me my answer. And you know what, guys? I'm going to guess and check because I'm not sure. Let's do 16 times 8. Let's check that out. That's 128. So I'm going to do an 8 here and 128 here. And you know what? I think I can do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do 16 times 9 and see what I come up with. And 16 times 9 times 6 is 54. This is 134. So 134 with a remainder of 10. So about 9 and a little bit more gallons. So 9, and if I want to round up to have an extra 10 pints to put in something, I could technically, between 9 and 10 gallons is going to be my accurate estimate up here. All right, so I'll have you do the last one on your own and let me know if you need any help. Good luck, you guys will do awesome.